Hello, my friend, and welcome to Mr. English Unleashed. I'm Tom. Think of me as a gentle voice in a quiet room, here to guide you, slowly and calmly, step by step, on your English journey. Before we dive in, let's just pause. Sit down, or even lie down if you like. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Why is this so important? Because your brain learns best when it's relaxed, a concept called neuroplasticity. Imagine your mind as soft clay. Stress makes it rigid, but calm makes it easy to shape. Now, you might be thinking, shouldn't I be pushing myself harder? But let me ask you, have you ever seen a tree force itself to grow overnight? Growth happens quietly, every day, with patience. You are not here to impress anyone. You're here to become fluent, naturally. Take this moment to let your worries float away. Your English is already growing right now, in this calm. So, let's begin. Slowly. Settle into this journey with me, and let's see where this gentle path leads. Before we even start learning, I want to tell you a secret. At the end of this episode, we'll do a simple exercise, one that can actually change the way you speak English forever. Now, maybe you're skeptical. Can a small exercise really do that? The answer is yes, and here's why. In language teaching, there's something called muscle memory. When you speak, tiny muscles in your mouth and face remember the movement, like a pianist's fingers learning the keys. If you stay until the end, you'll experience a shift, a new connection with English, a quiet confidence, a voice you didn't know you had. So let me invite you. Don't rush, don't skip ahead. Let this episode carry you like a soft river. Each step brings you closer to that transformation. Ready? Let's keep moving. Because what's coming will surprise you. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Arin. He was quiet. Maybe, like you, he wanted to speak English, but when he opened his mouth, his voice shrank. He froze. Sound familiar? Arin tried textbooks, videos, apps, but nothing seemed to work. Then one day his grandmother shared a secret. A seed grows not by rushing, but by being touched by the sun every day. Arin didn't get it at first, but he started listening to English for just 5 minutes each morning. Then, he'd whisper a few sentences, softly, calmly, no pressure. This is called habit stacking, linking a new skill to your daily routine, like brushing your teeth. After a month, Arin's voice was different. He still wasn't perfect, but he was more confident. What changed? It wasn't speed or intensity. It was daily, gentle practice, the real engine of growth. So, if you're wondering, can I really grow with small steps? Arin's story is proof. Small, daily practice, big change. Now, let's break down a technique that can transform your English: shadowing. What is shadowing? It's when you listen to a native speaker and echo what they say, like a shadow following the Sunday. Why does this work so well? Because when you repeat out loud, you're building phonological awareness, your brain's ability to hear and create sounds. Imagine it as tuning a musical instrument. The more you practice, the sweeter your English sounds. Let's try it together. I'll say a sentence. You repeat out loud, softly. Ready? I am learning little by little. Again. I am learning little by little. Excellent. Next. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to try. Repeat slowly. And finally, every day, I grow stronger. Are you noticing the change? With each slow repetition, your mouth and mind are syncing up. That's shadowing: slow, soft, steady. Now you might wonder, will this really help me sound natural? Science says yes. Shadowing trains your brain and muscles to move together, just like practicing a new dance. Let me share another story, this time about Layla. She was busy. Work, family, life pulling her in every direction. Maybe you know that feeling. Layla had just 1 minute a day. Only one. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, she used the micro-learning method, a fancy term for short, focused practice sessions. Every night, she recorded herself speaking English for 60 seconds. At first, her voice was shaky, soft, unsure. But after 2 weeks, she noticed a difference. After a month, her words flowed more freely. 2 months later, she sounded confident, even proud. Now, you might be thinking, can 1 minute a day really work? Let me ask you, if you planted a seed and watered it daily, what would happen in a month? That's the power of micro-learning tiny steps, big results. Layla didn't become fluent overnight, but she proved something important. Consistency beats intensity every time. Now, let's take your English growth a step further by practicing thinking in English. No translation, no stress, just gentle, direct thoughts. Why is this so powerful? Because of something linguists call automaticity, when your thoughts flow in a new language without stopping to translate. Think of it like switching from walking to riding a bike. At first it's wobbly, but soon it becomes smooth and effortless. Let's try it together. In your mind, or in a whisper, repeat after me. It's morning. I am awake. I am breathing. I am learning. I am growing. Slow, soft, simple. Are you feeling it? Each small, direct thought builds a bridge in your mind, from your first language to English. This is how you become truly fluent. Remember, your brain loves simplicity. The more you think in English, the more natural it becomes. Tiny bridges, big journeys. Before we move to our special exercise, let me remind you, lasting change can be quiet. You don't always see it day by day, but it's happening deep inside. That's the beauty of language learning. Now, maybe you're thinking, should I be doing more? Should I go faster? Remember, language is like a river. It shapes the landscape, not by force, but by steady, gentle flow. Stay with me all the way to the end. In just a moment, we'll do a deep, quiet exercise together, one that can unlock a new voice inside you. So, take a breath. Trust the process. You are ready for the next step and the quiet transformation that's waiting. Let's continue, slowly, softly, together. This is just the beginning. Have you ever felt your voice shrink when speaking English? Let me tell you the story of Hannah, a shy student whose words felt heavy, her English fading before it left her lips. One day, her teacher gave an odd piece of advice. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Sounds silly, right? But Hannah tried it. She started each night with a simple greeting to her own reflection. Hello, I am Hannah. At first, it was awkward, but gradually over weeks, Hannah's words grew lighter. Her confidence built, not because she was perfect, but because she practiced alone without judgment. Psychologists call this technique self-modeling. Think of it like a warm-up for your vocal cords and your courage. Now you might be thinking, isn't that embarrassing? Not at all. Practicing in the mirror is a private rehearsal, a rehearsal stage where mistakes become your teachers, not your judges. So, next time you feel your words fail, try standing in front of your own mirror. Whisper, speak, even laugh. This simple habit can transform shyness into quiet strength. Why does reading aloud matter for language learning? Imagine your tongue as a muscle. It needs exercise. When you read English silently, your brain understands, but your mouth stays silent. By reading aloud, you train your articulation and proprioception, fancy words for how your mouth moves and how you feel your speech. Let's try it together. I am learning English. Every day I take small steps. I don't rush. I don't worry. I just grow little by little. Did you repeat softly, at your own pace? That's the key. Like a musician practicing scales, you build muscle memory. Maybe you're wondering, don't I need to read fast? Not at all. Reading slowly helps you feel the rhythm and melody of English. The result? Clearer pronunciation and smoother sentences. So don't skip this practice. It's the bridge between thinking English and actually speaking it out loud. Can changing a small habit really transform your English? Let me share Amir's story. Amir worked long hours, too tired for study, but he made a tiny tweak. He set his phone's language to English. Suddenly, settings, brightness, update. These words appeared daily. At first, they were confusing. After a few weeks, they became familiar, like friendly neighbors you see every day. This is called incidental learning, absorbing vocabulary without formal study, just by seeing it. You might ask, is that enough to really learn? Here's the magic. Repetition makes words stick in your brain. It's like leaving sticky notes for yourself everywhere you look. So, the next time you think you don't have time, start with this micro change. Your surroundings become your classroom, and your progress builds quietly with each glance. How can you make English part of your real life, not just a subject to study? Try narrating your day, even in the simplest sentences. Here's how. This morning, I woke up. I made breakfast. I did my work. Now, I am learning English. Repeat each phrase slowly, gently. When you do this, you activate what linguists call contextualization, connecting new language directly to your own experiences. You're not just memorizing, you're living in English, step by step. Now, you might wonder, what if I make mistakes? But mistakes don't matter here. The point is to practice speaking without fear. Making English fit into your daily rhythm makes the language feel natural, not forced. Over time, these tiny moments add up, turning English from a chore into a companion. What's holding you back from speaking freely? For me, it was the fear of mistakes. Each one felt monumental until she saw a native speaker make a couple of errors on video. Suddenly, it clicked. Even experts slip up. This is called normalization of error, understanding that mistakes are simply milestones on the road to fluency. Now, imagine you're May, whispering to yourself, mistakes are not the end, they are the beginning. The real danger isn't error, it's silence. If you allow yourself to speak, even imperfectly, confidence will start to grow. So next time you hesitate, remind yourself, mistakes are signs of progress, not proof of failure. They're like stepping stones across a river, necessary, sometimes wobbly, always moving you forward. Is it ever too late to start learning English? Listen to Rafi's story. At 73, he thought his time had passed until he began a gentle morning ritual, 5 minutes of slow English audio with his tea. It wasn't much, but it was consistent. This taps into the principle of habit stacking, pairing a new skill with a daily routine, so it becomes automatic. Over months, Rafi's understanding blossomed. Eventually, he spoke with a traveler who understood him perfectly. Now, you might ask, can 5 minutes a day really make a difference? Absolutely. Small, steady habits create a compound effect, like watering a plant every day until it flourishes. So, whether you're young or old, busy or free, it's never too late or too early to begin. Start with a simple ritual, and watch your English bloom. How can you truly see your English progress? Elia used a simple notebook. Every night, she wrote 3 sentences about her day in English. Today I cooked dinner. I talked to my friend. I watched a short English video. This is known as reflective journaling, a technique psychologists recommend to track growth and reinforce learning. Over 3 months, Elia saw her sentences evolve and her confidence deepen. Maybe you're thinking, my sentences are too simple. But that's the point. Small, honest reflections build a clear record of how far you've come. Why not try it? A diary isn't just a collection of words, it's a mirror showing your journey, your courage, and your steady improvement. What's the secret to lasting confidence in English? It's not just grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's gentle, persistent practice and speaking kindly to yourself. Techniques like shadowing, repeating what you hear as soon as you hear it, train your ear and your articulation. Try it now. I am on a journey. Every day, I learn something new. Small steps create big change. My voice is becoming stronger. Also, say gentle affirmations. I am learning, I am growing, I am enough. These aren't magic words. They're reminders that progress is real, even if it feels slow. In the end, confidence grows not from perfection, but from patience. Speak softly, practice daily, and let your voice find its strength one quiet step at a time. Do you believe courage needs to be loud? Noor's story shows the opposite. She whispered one English sentence a day, just one. Sometimes, I can do it. Other times, I am brave. Over time, those whispers grew into a steady, confident voice. This is called incremental exposure, gradually increasing your comfort with speaking, even if it starts small. Maybe you're thinking, is whispering enough? Yes, it's about starting where you are. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's speaking even when you feel afraid. With each quiet sentence, your brain rewires itself to see English as safe, not scary. So, start with a whisper. Let it grow. Your courage will follow, softly but surely. As we approach the end of our journey together, let me remind you, the real transformation is still to come. Soon, you and I will practice a deep, peaceful exercise that will change how you feel when you speak English. Why wait until the end? Because real change needs gentle preparation, building trust, habits, and confidence bit by bit. Perhaps you've felt unsure or doubted your progress. That's normal. The next step, our final exercise, will help English flow for you smooth, natural, connected. So don't stop now. Stay with me until the end. The best part, the part that will make your English feel new and alive, is just around the corner. Get ready for your voice to shine. You've walked this path with so much heart, softly, calmly, day by day. Celebrate that. Most people stop before they see results, but you kept going. That's perseverance, the quiet force that turns effort into achievement. Remember, learning a language isn't a sprint, it's a gentle marathon. If you feel growth, no matter how small, share it. Leave a comment, like, or subscribe to Mr. Palm. English Unleashed, so we can keep growing together. Your journey doesn't end here. Every episode, every practice, every story brings you closer to the English speaker you want to become. Thank you for joining me. See you next time for another gentle, powerful step forward.